Welcome to the Mitcham History Notes YouTube channel. Today we're going to explore what it was like to work for Fry's Metals in the 1980s. I'm using as my main source of information the Employees' Works Handbook, which was my father's copy as he worked there from 1980 up to his retirement in 1987. Fry's Metals was part of the larger Cookson Group and operated as a medium-sized unit, employing around 1,200 people across its offices and works. First though, let's talk about what Fry's Metals actually produced. Their main interest lay in the manufacture of non-ferrous alloys based on metals like tin, lead, copper and antimony. Over the years they had expanded into various fields, becoming principal British manufacturers in several areas. Their diverse product range included printing metals. These were alloys of lead and tin, essential for newspapers and books. Solders. Also alloys of lead and tin, used in cars, food cans, radio equipment and the electricity supply, practically everywhere. Soldering fluxes. Fry's Metals was a leader in developing new materials for industrial use in this field. White metal alloys, comprising tin, antimony, lead and often copper. These were used for items like pewter tankards, rolling mill bearings and costume jewellery. Copper-based ingots and tubes, produced from their own foundry. These were supplied for bearings throughout the engineering industry, for valves, pumps, bearings and for the energy, defence, transport and building industries. So where did this all happen? The head office and principal factory of the Fry Group were located at the Tandem Works, where the Tandem shopping centre is today. An important feature of the group was its network of branch factories spread across the country. A separate works was situated just a mile away in Willow Lane. These factories were initially intended to provide rapid service to the printing industry in the area, but their functions expanded over time, becoming a vital part of the organisation. Each factory managed its own day-to-day affairs, from buying and manufacturing to selling. While individual branches collaborated fully with the head office, the branch works had locations including Rochdale, Glasgow, Kidderminster, Leeds, and also Dublin for the Mining Company of Ireland. So what was it actually like to work at Fry's Metals? The Works Handbook gives us a great insight into the general conditions of employment. Safety was paramount, especially regarding lead and lead compounds, which were naturally occurring substances used in their products. The company had a comprehensive policy including protective equipment, accident and first aid procedures and medical examinations. Regular medical surveillance was conducted to detect excessive lead absorption. On the subject of lead, the handbook said if an employee's blood lead level exceeded 80 micrograms of lead per 100 millilitres, the doctor would confirm this with another blood sample. If the level was confirmed, the employee would be certified as working in an area where lead exposure was likely, and the employer would need to take action. This could mean suspending the person from work altogether or assigning them to a different job where there were no lead or only low levels of lead. In terms of hours of work at the Tandem Works, the normal working week was 37.5 hours spread across 5 days. Shift work could range from 39 to 49 hours over 5 or 6 days or nights. Employees were entitled to 8 statutory bank holidays. Annual holiday entitlement varied, but generally ran from January the 1st to December the 31st. In terms of sickness payments, the company ran a discretionary sickness payment scheme, with benefits increasing with length of service, up to a maximum of 26 weeks in any tax year. As for the pension plan, Fry's Metals Limited operated a contributory pension plan for employees aged 21 to 60, or 21 to 55 for women, who had been with the company for over 1 year. So it looks like my father joined at the right age, 58, and so he was in the pension scheme. As he lived another 30 years, his pension income exceeded the total salary he received when he worked there. After 5 years of service, employees received a long service award of £4 for every year of continuous service. Those completing 25 years were eligible for membership in the 25 Club. The company offered a sports and social club at the Tandem Works and Fry's Die Castings in Prince George's Road, providing activities like billiards, table tennis, darts and dances. A canteen was also available, providing subsidised hot meals. So thank you for watching. What did you think of my insight into the workings of Fry's Metals based on the employee handbook? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like the video if you did like it, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And see you next time. Bye.